Apparently, nagtatago siya dahil iniisip niya merong arrest warrant laban sa kanya, itong ICC. Na officially, dinideny naman ng mga Philippine government agencies concerned. At dineny ng ICC, pero sabi nila, hindi sila nag-issue ng public arrest warrant.
Right.
What exactly does that say, yung public arrest warrant?
Dati kasi, ang prosecutor, at least itong panahon ni Karim Khan, no, and for a while, yung si Bensouda, yung nauna sa kanya, dati kasi may mga kaso where the prosecutor of the ICC will issue a press release to announce that he or she has requested the judges to issue an arrest warrant. So, in other words, hindi pa yung warrant mismo kundi yung request for an arrest warrant. Ang purpose niyan is to tell yung mga miyembro ng ICC na itong tao ito, wag niyong pabayaang tumakas. Minsan naman, ang prosecutor at ang ICC mismo nag-i-issue ng press release saying may arrest warrant para sa mga tao ito. Pero meron din mga situation na selyado, no? Nakaseal yung arrest warrant. So that's why the ICC in this Bato de la Rosa situation said there are no public warrants because it's true. Wala pang unsealed warrant. Remember, yung kay Duterte was a sealed warrant. Nilabas lang pagkatapos na siyang hulihin. And that's possible. That's legal. That's normal. In fact, that's wise. Because why would you announce that you have a warrant only for the person to escape? So, it's very possible that there is a warrant of arrest for De La Rosa as well as for, I guess, any of the 7 other people that yung tawag na document containing the charges na final ng prosecutor, they're mentioned there. But the ICC prosecutor right now, may bagong patakaran yung ICC, no, starting in November last year, hindi pwedeng mag-press release ngayon na. The prosecutor can no longer issue press releases saying that I have requested a warrant or I have been issued a warrant. Kailangan niyang maghingi ng pahintulot sa judges. And so far, we have not seen, and we might not see, a request or the fact that a warrant has been issued. It's very possible. To be honest, I sa palagay ko may warrant, no? And the ICC, prosecutor, the fact na tinanggal, pinakita yung mga pangalan ng 8 tao na yan, they're serious in opening the possibility of having these persons arrested and also charged. So, yeah.
Given the gravity of the case, no? Kasi logical naman talaga na magkaroon ng arrest warrant against Bato de la Rosa given the fact that he was the implementer po niyan. Pero how about the others? Yung 6 pa po, no? Aside from Bato.
Sa mga ibang kaso ng ICC, they often focus on the higher level officials, no? Kaya yun yung 6, 7 other people, 8 other people mentioned by the prosecutor. Kung isasama nila si Senator De La Rosa sa paghingi ng warrant at eventually therefore pag-file ng charges, posibleng masama na rin yung iba because matatandaan mo na sa charges nila mismo, no? Sa document na inapprove ng pretrial chamber na ito yung mga kaso na final kay Rodrigo Duterte, nakalagay naman na yung modes of liability, no, 3, no? Ang pag-utos, ang enable, no, yung pinabayaan niyang mangyari at ang mismong pagiging kasali, no, indirect co-perpetrator, no. So sa lahat ng 3 paraan na pwedeng kinasuhan si Rodrigo Duterte for crimes against humanity, imposibleng siya lang ang pwedeng gumawa ng crimes against humanity, no. So it doesn't make sense to only charge one person when your charges describe the participation of these 8 other people in the crimes against humanity that were committed.
Apo. How about yung concern naman ng iba na meron po bang epekto yung hindi pagkaka-aresto kunwari dun sa iba pang magiging subject ng arrest warrants, si mga co-perpetrators, doon sa kaso laban kay Rodrigo Duterte? Or will they be treated separately? Kumbaga, yung arrest of one or non-arrest of the other will not affect the case of the other.
Yeah, it won't affect the trial of Rodrigo Duterte, no? Kasi again, based on the charges, the prosecutor has evidence of Rodrigo Duterte's role. They don't have to prove with evidence the role of the others, no? Because they're not yet charged, and until they're arrested, they cannot be tried. So only Rodrigo Duterte can be tried. It won't affect the case. At the same time, you have insider witnesses who are not persons named as potentially accused in the same case, no? So yung mga pulis na umamin na kasama sila sa mga death squad, mga pulis na umamin na kasama sila dun sa sistema ng reward, no, for extrajudicial killings, those police insiders, those witnesses can testify against Rodrigo Duterte, and if they mention the 7 other people, their testimony can be used against those 7 other people later on. But they don't have to be charged right now for the Duterte trial to proceed.
Lastly, attorney, paano kung let's say one of those co-perpetrators or co-conspirators yata yung term, no? Kunwari, si Bato de la Rosa magkaroon ng change of heart, mag-decide to, let's say, testify against his principal, si Rodrigo Duterte. Pwede ba siya mag-bargain sa ICC na huwag niya na akong kasuhan, titistigo ako laban kay Duterte?
Yung immunity kasi na binibigay, iba't ibang klase, no? Merong immunity na hindi gagamitin yung testimonya ng isang tao kapag kinasuhan siya, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun, hindi siya kakasuhan. Meron ding absolute grant of immunity na pinapangako na hindi siya kakasuhan at all. And that's very rare, and I don't think the ICC has done that. In fact, ang posibleng mangyari, and ito, spekulasyon ko lang, no? Posibleng mangyari na sasabihin niya na pwede siyang maging insider witness din, kakasuhan pa rin siya. Posibleng mas mababa ang sentensya niya kung sakali. Posibleng hindi siya kakasuhan habang tumitistigo siya. But the other possibility, and again, I'm only speculating here, is that he might bargain with Philippine authorities instead. Right? That's why posibleng sinasummon siya so that he will ask that he be charged domestically under the Crimes Against Humanity law instead of being surrendered to the ICC. That has happened in other countries. And sa Libya, nangyari yan, no? Yung mga tao ni Gaddafi, si Gaddafi kinasuhan sa ICC, may tao siya, yung kanyang intelligence chief, kinasuhan sa Libya. Ang argumento ng intelligence chief, may kaso ako sa Libya, pwede na to based on the principle of complementarity ng ICC. So yung Libya mismo, ginamit yan na argumento. At ang sinabi ng ICC, sige, ituloy nyo yan sa Libya. Of course, we also know that it's a very difficult country to have courts function. And so may mga problema rin. But what I'm saying here is that it's another route, no, where a person who is just almost as responsible as the mastermind, quotation marks, can be tried domestically for crimes against humanity even if may separate case at the ICC.
Medyo very interesting po yan, no? Kasi nga medyo para bang biglang sumulpot yung balita na nag-investigate yung CIDG ng Crimes Against Humanity in the middle of the speculation na merong arrest warrant against Bato. So if I
Also
were
in the
Bato,
middle of
syempre,
an impeachment trial in which
impeachment,
he might
yes.
be a judge. So
Yes.
that's why it's almost impossible to avoid the politicization of these cases, especially because these people are politicians, no? Whether a senator or a former president. Ang asahan na lang siguro ng mga Pilipino, no, na yung ICC babantayan rin naman yung sitwasyon na yan involving, for example, De La Rosa or any of the other 8 potential defendants, because they are also in a position to say, that's not complementarity. Ang isa lang na potential obstacle to an ICC role is, of course, the fact that si Marcos Jr. does not want to bring the Philippines back to the ICC. So that problem means the ICC cannot tell a non-member state, that's not complementarity. I want you to send that person here. And that, again, is a political problem.
Yun nga, tsaka 'di ba if you were Bato, tataya ka kung saan ka mas magkakaroon ng pakinabang for instance. Kung dito ka i-try and then palipasin mo yung hangin ng politika, hoping na DDS yung papalit na presidente, eh, baka mas magkaroon ka ng malaking tyansa para hindi mapanagot. Pero iniisip ko nga, you mentioned sir na si President Marcos, he repeatedly said in the past na hindi babalik sa ICC itong Pilipinas. Although I'm not sure how strong or weak yung kanyang statement regarding that. Pero nga, what do you think? Given everything, no, should he move to get us back sa Rome Statute?
We know that his motivation in surrendering Duterte wasn't accountability or justice, right? It was to get rid of a political dynasty that was competing with the Marcos dynasty. So ang question would be, makakatulong ba sa Marcos dynasty kung bumalik ang Pilipinas sa ICC? Hindi ang iniisip ni Marcos Jr., hindi naman makakatulong ba sa katarungan kung babalik ang Pilipinas, kundi makakatulong ba sa mga Marcos? And ang sagot siguro diyan depende sa kung sino man yung nagbibigay ng advice kay Marcos kung paano pahinain ang kalaban niyang dynasty at ang mga kaalyado nito. Mas magiging mahina ba sila kung tuloy-tuloy ang kaso laban kay Duterte, kung sa ICC kinakasuhan yung mga kaalyado ni Duterte, o mas mayroon bang protection si Marcos kapag hindi na siya presidente, si Marcos Jr., kung sa Pilipinas ang pamamaraan ng pagkaso sa mga kaalyado ni Duterte. The problem there, of course, is that if he decides to have all these Duterte allies investigated, charged, and delays that process in the Philippines, that's no guarantee that when he leaves office they will not get back at him. Unlike in the ICC, because if Rodrigo Duterte is tried, eventually convicted, and jailed, he will be there for a couple of years. And even if his network is still strong, kahit na malakas pa rin yung Duterte supporters sa Pilipinas, even years from now, the fact is that mahirap maging leader na nakakulong sa ibang bansa at ipagpatuloy mo yung pagkompetensya mo sa ibang pamilya. No? So, yun yung calculation dapat ni Marcos. No? Where will he be protected after he leaves office? And I think the problem is that yung hubris din ng mga Marcos. No? Meron din silang pagtingin sa sarili kasi, lalo na napakulong niya si Duterte, na they're all powerful. But remember, no, they were removed from power once. And that doesn't, history does not repeat itself, but sometimes it does, but in another way.